Hello, everyone. Hello, Bobby. Yeah, I think your microphone
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
saw. Good morning. Peter's not here today because he's doing something for the holiday.
Yeah, I see. I see the his message. So yeah, no problem. Um, do you want to start with business
Yeah,
team or
I have
okay?
your presentation up somewhere. Where is it? Let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, this
Okay.
takes me a minute.
Hello everyone, how are you?
Hello, how
Hello,
are you?
Sergey.
Okay, so we got a lot to do today. Let's get right to it. Slideshow, share screen, that one, share. Okay. So, welcome everyone to the Decentralized Trust Linux Foundation sponsored call for the Lab AI FAQ. We are, again, sponsored by the Linux Foundation. So, there's an antitrust policy and a code of conduct that we abide by in all these calls. So, if you haven't seen it, please take a minute to read it. And we're going to break this out into two sections. The business topic first, which the things we have to discuss today will lead right into the development topic. So I'm going to escape out of there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Briefly introduce this. This is one of the business topics, but this is just an adjunct for Sir Patrick and JRAM. We're going to be moving forward with this as a LLC. The lawyers are incorporating us now. And for the team, we have these emails for people who want to be a vested team member. And here's the information. So if your name isn't here and you want it to be here, please let me know. Nothing has happened yet, so you haven't missed anything. We're just working on getting this stuff done for the team members. This program that I'm using is called Trello, and I'm going to share it with your emails. And it's a way of keeping tasks or track of our tasks. So here is our to-do lists. Here is what we're doing. This is a meeting, for instance, we had this meeting last week with Tim Spann. This is his things he brought to the meeting. And he had a really good point about when we do put this in production, we're going to have a team that keeps the updates because the information is only as good as it's current. So that was an interesting piece that we need to think about and incorporate in our solution. And then all the meeting notes and recordings, I tried to get all the past ones here, but after today's meeting, I'll put, for instance, I'll add a card because we're doing it. It's Monday meeting, 11:25. And then if I want to edit it, I just open the card. And after our meeting today, I will do a summation of what we discussed and if there were any links or anything important, because I know there's going to be links to the actual coding stuff. That'll be all on the card. So there's always going to be a place, whether it's a link to a Google Drive, a presentation somewhere, a YouTube video, all of that will be found here. And this is more the business side. So I created a dev issue side. So we have to work on the webinar for 12.5. Testing. So all information about testing would be in this. And then competition, I just put some stuff. Everybody wants us to look at other products to see what they're doing. If anyone gets a chance to do that, read through this card. I put TQ because that's the consensus version of what we're doing. If you have another version or anything about competition, all you have to do is, once I share this with you, your name will be, you'll be able to write your own comment and save it to the card so that everyone can see it. And if you've done that, you just let us, will bring it up at the next meeting. So this is for you guys. You have doing complete, and you can make another list for assets that you need. So hopefully Gianluca and everyone can follow through this pretty easy. Again, it's just a way to keep track of ourselves. So for me, I'm going to go to here. I shouldn't have done that. and go over some of the things. So our biggest thing that we have to get done is we have a meetup in like a week and a day, 8 days. And the purpose of the meetup, let me expand this card so we can see it. So this is the agenda for the meetup. I haven't started the presentation yet because I don't have the blank from David Boswell, the new decentralized trust. I copied it from our meetup, but I don't have a blank template. So it's very difficult. I'm sticking a background over everything and it takes forever to load. So I'll work on the formatting of the presentation, but this is the outline. So we're going to introduce, welcome to a decentralized trust meetup. Please, code of conduct. If you have questions, raise your hand in the chat. I have no desire to be the one presenting this, but if it falls on me, I'll do the introduction, but you guys have to do the rest of it. So then there'll be a brief introduction into what AI FAQ is and our mission. And again, I know Gianluca has a lot of these slides. I did do a whimsical page. Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can grab that. To storyboard, because I know that that's important for all. So this is a storyboard or a worksheet for all our presentations. So again, actually that doesn't need to be there. So the standard deck, this is from Peter's email. This is what should be in the standard deck. I just didn't get a chance to put Gianluca's pitch deck up here. There's a separate pitch deck. There's like a 3-minute pitch deck and then a 5-minute pitch deck geared towards investors. So I'll put those, the name of the title of the slides up there for us to eventually storybook them out. And again, this is what we're working on now. And there's also alternative decks and feedback from mentors that we can go over. But for right now, we really need to focus on this workshop. So I thought the way it would be laid out would, again, we'd do the introduction to who we are and the mission. And then we just go over the goals. So I thought the goals are that first we're going to show you an example of the user interface where we're asking a question of the chatbot and getting an answer. So that, for me, on the development team, where did we go? I took it out. Development team is something important, that user interface for this demo looks really, really sharp. So again, when we get to the development part, Gianluca can talk about, where that piece is and how we can move that forward. And then the next part would be, so we would explain the workshop. So we're going to go over the end user and then the developer part. So there's two distinct separate parts to the presentation. One is showing you the end user interface. Oh, this is what it looks like. This is how you ask a question. This is how you get the answer. And then we're going to have any questions on that. And then we're going to go into the developer part of the workshop where and again, this is up to Gianluca, whether we first you have to talk about the system requirements and the dependencies to make sure everybody's up to date. And hopefully we'll get that information out before the workshop so that everybody can play with it before, but we have to play with it first to make sure that it works. And then we're going to demonstrate. Now here is the question. I don't know if we want to demonstrate it quickly to show how we set up our system and then slowly walk everyone through it, or we just want to walk everyone through it. This part, which is adding your own documents or adding your own information. So some people might not come with a GitHub repository or a PDF or a wiki page. So we might just want to show them, an example that we can input and then ask a question. I was in the beginning when we were talking about this, said use a cookbook because everybody understands that. But these are developers, so maybe we can use something with development. But to show them how we set up the system, input a GitHub repository, and then ask a question. So these two, again, that's up to where we are with the product. And then the end of the presentation would be networking and collaboration. So I'm going to edit this page and start. So does anybody here on the call raise your hand? Let me see if I can get the chat up. Hello, Tripor. If anybody in the on the call wants to take one of these parts. So I usually just do the introduction, get the housekeeping stuff out of the way. So I'll claim that right away. And then we have I'm just going to call it what is AI FAQ. If anybody wants to do that, you can edit this page as well. I'll put it in the chat for you to put your name on it. And then real quick would be the demo of user interface, and I call that like end user demonstration. And then intro to the development end session. And this would be where you talk about what your system needs, the dependencies, and maybe we can show people how to load them with a YouTube video, or, that can be a YouTube video, whatever, to get everybody ready. And then workshop, which is just a demo of back end. I'm going to call it back end because this would be user interface front end. So those are the areas we have to work on. I'm set today to finish the template. So you can do your information on any PowerPoint or Google Slides. If you want to create a section, again, put your name next to it. I'm going to publish this so that somebody else edited it. Awesome. So that we know who's going to be either creating the slides or walking through that section. So that would be great if people could grab one of these. And again, this is basically how that's going to look. This is where I'm focusing my time, because once I'm confident in this presentation, I can start pushing it out to all the social medias. And I'm not going to do that before Thanksgiving because nobody cares about anything before Thanksgiving around, at least in the United States. We're on like vacation mode already. But Friday and Saturday, Sunday, Monday are great days for people to play with this because they might be home and have extra time. They're not at work. They have the day off, whatever. So if we can get today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, the 2 demos down, which is the front end demo and then the workshop demo where we walk people through creating this system, that would be great. I do have, again, I did a little PowerPoint. Again, this will be changed. This is just what's out there right now on the Decentraland or Linux Foundation website. Whoever volunteers for, you're not seeing the screen. This is what's out on the Meetup website. But I would like to put other people's faces and take mine off. Again, this is what we just went over. And here's some blank slides, but they're really just the slide with a lot of boxes over it, so it looks blank. I really need to get the blank one. And I had started walking through the steps to install, but again, my system didn't have GitHub, didn't have the Visual Studio or the Python in because it was a brand new system. So I have a little too much, and then it didn't work for me. But this is the idea of the slides we need for the back-end demonstration. The front-end demonstration is easy. You just open up the system and you type in a question and say, oh, look how it works. But this back-end one is what we really need to work on so that the developers, who are most of the people on the Network Linux Foundation call, can actually install this and put their data in it. So we need to get this part of the presentation down really well. There was my error, and we never really figured out how to get past it. So, Gianluca, you have something? Your hand's up?
Yes, yeah, I have a question about the organization. We have 2 hours. How
Yes.
much time is okay? 2 hours.
We can take it's scheduled for an hour and a half, but the networking is always, if it doesn't fit in that second half hour, can always go towards the last half of the hour, second hour.
Okay. Good. So the second question is about each subtopic. between it take each subtopic takes between 20 or 25 minutes. Is it
Well, let's
correct?
time
Yes.
it out. My introduction would be 2 minutes, or I'll give myself 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay. And then what is AI FAQ? Whoever steps up to do that, whether it's Jacqueline or Trupur or whoever, um, what is AI FAQ? I'd say that's about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Um, I guess it's 5 minutes. And then demonstration of the user interface. This could take up to 15 minutes. People will say, hey, does anybody have any questions? And that's where when we run through this, one of us will have a fake question. So to start the questions off. So that's good. But that should be 15 minutes. Intro to the development section would be at least 10 minutes. Because you're talking about what dependencies you need, what Python you need, all that other stuff. And if we can have a YouTube video on this before, that's great so that people can get their systems ready for the demo. And then this can be an hour. I mean, this is trying to get everybody's system up and working. And then this is whatever is left time-wise for networking. For questions and networking.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So again, the main part, I don't really, the demonstration of the user interface is great. It lets people know what we're doing. But the main point of the workshop, the difference between a meetup and a meetup workshop is the fact that the people on the workshop intend to get their hands dirty, intend to actually try to do this. And that's where the questions and the answers, like I can handle the chat questions, I'll vet them. And if there's anything interesting, I'll, break in or interrupt or save them for later.
And okay, do you imagine the workshop like we can share link the online version and the virtual machine version, and also support and help people that wants to install, wants to try and reply to questions and open some like a small chapter when they ask question. We can also dive in the subtopic, something like that, or something else.
Well, wherever it kind of, they always take a life of their own wherever they go. I would love to be able to, because I haven't announced it yet at my meetup. And when I do that is when I'm really going to start pushing the socials. And if we have a video of what the dependencies are and what you need, and we can tell the people, oh, bring a PDF, a GitHub repository, or a link to a document, or whatever, bring that with you, and we'll use that in the workshop to input it into your system so that you can ask questions of it. Something like that, I thought.
Okay.
Where we'll be doing, I guess, the Fabric GitHub repository and the Fabric documents as our example while we're walking through. I'm hoping people bring a PDF with them of their own, or we can say in the workshop, when we're practicing this, like on Thursday, on Friday, we'll be able to see what we need. But maybe I'll say, here's a PDF that is, the intro to blockchain book I wrote for the Linux Foundation. If you want to use that document as your input, feel free. It's in the chat, something like that. Or if you have your own document, this is the part of the workshop we'll be using that. This part we're just going to demo. And again, the developers here, what I thought we could work on this week is maybe assign one of the devs to the user interface, making it really pretty, really colorful. So people say, oh, I would love that on my system. And then some of the other devs working on the demo so that, we have a YouTube video and we have a working demo so that we can say, if you go here, copy this, connect this, do this, it will work for you. But that, again, is the second part of the call, which I'm going to leave up to you. So let me publish this. Okay, so that was basically where I'm focused, is getting this to be perfect and getting it out to social media and getting it really, really fine-tuned. I did do an update on the website, and everybody will be getting an email address that will be whether it's your first name, your initials, whatever you want. I will be sending out an inquiry as to what you want your email to be, but it will be whatever at aifaq.pro will be your email address, not pre.pro. Um, and that is the website. It has, this is old. If you can get me when the new YouTube video comes, I can try put that there. This is a link right to join the meetup, so it's easy to follow and get right through. So the website is work. It's not great. If anybody wants to, after this presentation, somebody wants to work on the website, that's great. It's very boring right now. And again, my husband just left. So that's basically it. And the networking, I'll be taking names of everybody on there. I'm going to create a survey for the beginning of the presentation so that when you put the survey out, I don't know what question it'll be, but it'll be something just so that I can get their information in our customer management system, because eventually we're going to be trying to leverage the folks on the call to be our first clients, our first whatever moving forward. So other than that, social media stuff, the website, and getting this presentation down, I'm kind of finished with my end of the presentation, because I know we got to work on this and this week. So I thought that we could start that now. So I'm going to stop sharing and turn it over to Gianluca.
Okay, okay, thank you, Bobby. Yeah, let me share my screen, and I'm here. No, I think it's present. Okay. About their topic, we can go to the slide. So this is the pitch deck you already mentioned. We are
We're not
incorporating.
seeing your screen.
Oh, sorry. Maybe it's. Thank you, Bobby. It's that one. Now,
Nope. Just your handsome face.
okay. Okay. Try again. Maybe it's that one.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so we are incorporating it. Also, I'm happy because uh, we have some people who wants to join also our team. And about Hyperledger, we are in the last part of the mentorship program. I'm happy because we reach the goal. So we are we have the online version, and also I'd like to have your feedback. Please check the http column slash slash, yeah, the link on chat, typing the link on your web browser. So it's that one, because
It didn't show up in the chat.
it's that one, the http column slash slash 54.204.40.225 on Google Chrome, and on your smartphone, Google Chrome on your smartphone. It should be working. The result is that one. Yeah, it's that one. And so I have a great support from Swapnil and Jaram. They work tirelessly to that version. And now we want also to check the system and start to evaluating the system. And so if someone has an issue, please um, tell me. And about the mentorship program, so we are integrated the chatbot on the cloud server. We also want to fix the bug and document all the system, and also we are organizing demonstration, and also are also in contact with users. Okay, which is the best news is that we want now we start a new chapter because we want to build our first version of the MVP, and this is an example of an MVP. What is an MVP? It's um, a small product that users can test and is useful because they can give us feedback, and we want to build a product they likes they like and willing to pay in the future. So it's very important to have the the best feedback from users. And so about the okay, first deadline, it's the December the 3rd, the meetup. I also shared the link. And for the methodology, we can use the same GitHub repo, the issues and pull requests. So we can write add issues and pull requests, and someone can take the issue and start to work on that. And we can discuss changes before the implementation. And also we can meet in every Monday. And the idea is to share your availability to that. I also at a meeting with Jaram is available to work on that. And I'd like also to prepare a form for the meetup. I think this is some example of question like, do you want to test the system? Which feature do you need? Do you want to test it with your documents? But Bobby already answered that question. That yeah, it's the best to have. And so now we start thinking how to do that. Maybe I can we can share because we have two versions. One is the virtual machine version, and the other one is an online version. But the
Which
online
which
version,
is which is going to be the easiest for a live demo for you?
yeah, yeah. For the demo using the Hyperledger data, the online version. But if someone wants to use custom documentation with the or own documents, the best way is to use the virtual machine in that case, because in virtual machine they can also, yeah, I think both. But if they want to try the system when we finish the meetup, the best way is to use a virtual machine because they can change, launch again the ingest step, and try again the system, and launch again if they wants to change or add some documents. And so the difference is that during the meetup, the online version is the best way to test the system because they can uh, help the users in configuration. So if someone asks us to use custom documents, we can help, we can support them. But when we close the meeting, if they want to continue to use the system, the best way is to install locally a virtual machine in VirtualBox, and in that case, they can change every time and when they want and in different way.
That's fine
So
because you want the meetup to go flawlessly and be as simple as possible and to
mhm,
pique the developers' interests, so that they do want to take that next step with the virtual machine.
Okay.
So, and you can even say that it's almost like a tease to them. Here, we're going to show you a really quick online version, which is for this meetup. But if you want to play with it afterwards, then that could be part of the networking, talking people through how to install the virtual machine.
Okay. So that we can also, yeah, I think we can also show our tool. Maybe how to say, during, if we have 1 hour, in 1 hour we can show how to install the system locally and how to use your documents, and at the same times we can also show if you want to have um, your system in AWS. So if someone has an AWS account, we can also show how to configure and use that. It's a bit too, yeah, it's difficult to do that, but we can prepare something if someone wants to use after the meetup. Because yeah, it's, I think it's uh, the way to grab the grab the users, and in order to have feedback from them. If user can test the system with their data, eh, they can have interest into continue to use this. So it's important also to have the two version. I will talk with the dev team on that, and yeah, I will try because we have some days, no more, but I will we will try to have that feature. I think it's very important.
Yes, that's great. And again, however you think the best way to do that hour workshop demo, I'll support you with, however, if you want a user guide off a YouTube video, or if you want, us to test it so that when it comes to the live demo, people are testing it, it works. Whatever you need from us, just let us know.
Okay, okay, perfect. And yeah, also the yeah, a draft of the backlog to add the links to the document sources, and yeah, change the prompt. Yeah, also add some test. Yeah, we said that one. We lost that one, but yeah, that one is okay. Is that one? Okay, this is a verbose version of the response that we can use. And in that case, the system show the message, so the questions, and the context, which are that part, and the answer. This is a verbose version of the answer, so can be a good question. I want to also evaluate. Okay, and it's pretty long. Like to install a larger fabric, you will need blah 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 and different commands. And the context also, I think it's enough because the system provides different links to documents and different documents. So we can use that part to improve the answer of the system. So I think, yeah, I'd like to talk with the dev team and also start to add some changes before the meetup. And okay, I think it's pretty finished. Yeah. Question.
So the link, the HTTP 54.204.42.25, that's the front end test.
Yes, that's the front end
Where's
test.
the
And
back end? Where's the back end stuff for the
okay,
dev team to test?
okay. The current version of that backend is in AWS. Okay, so they it's in AWS. It's in my account in the AWS. But I can also expose the backend part. Let me try. Maybe on Postman. Let me try if it's already exposed. No, maybe. I think it's already exposed. Okay. So okay, work on that because okay, no, it's the same. No, no, I'm also in one. Um, what do you mean with the backend part? You mean something like access to the API
Well,
or?
well, when you first sent that YouTube video 2 weeks ago, and I started to try to do it to my system, that I thought was great. If we could have a YouTube video for the back end, we could show it at the presentation. So the intro to the development session could be your YouTube video showing how you, whether it's the online version or the virtual machine, whatever you think will work best for the workshop. That 10 minutes could be a YouTube video of you using the system, the back end, putting in inputs and that kind of thing. And then the next hour could be of us walking the participants through doing that to their system. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm totally agree. The best way is to have users that touch with their hands the system and ask us, yeah, I'd like it, but I want something different. I think this is the key of the success in some way, because if they wants to ask something and wants to use our system, we also um, know what they need in some way. So no, it's different password with that one. It's on the document that I shared with you. Okay, yeah. I also shared the password. Here it's the backend, and people can test, open the terminal, and they can go on the downloads and start the system. Maybe yeah, I don't remember now. It's where is the yeah. I also shared that document about that. There is you can start from them. Okay, is that one? No, it's not that one. What is? Okay, yes, is that one. Okay, start the virtual machine and yeah, share. Okay, that is the document. It means there are some one. Yeah, the prerequisite is just the Oracle VirtualBox. So download the file. Yeah, pay attention because the link expires after 12 hours. So if you want to test, please let me know. I will update the link every time. And this is also a YouTube
Well, and
video.
not only if somebody else wants to test, it would be good if, or beneficial if that YouTube video, so if Sir Patrick, Japur, anyone, Jacqueline, anyone on the call, Swap Neil, wants to try to do this, please record it while you work so that that might be the YouTube video we use during the workshop. So if you can do this successfully with clear steps, make a video real quick, whether it's a PowerPoint video or whatever, that we could send out to the users before so they could do some testing too. So whoever can get, I don't think downloading virtual machine and setting up takes more time. And yeah, well, that's why we were going to do the online version, JRAM, and try to see if we can get it.
Yeah, yeah, okay, but
I mean, we need suggestions because this has to be, we have to be able to download the back end and work with it within an hour during the workshop. So whatever the dev team comes up with, raise your hand, throw it out there. We're interested in your opinions.
or okay, another solution can be if we try to add an extra feature to add documents in a like in a form or in a file something before to start your test. Okay, in that case, you I don't know, you can use let's me think because yeah, because the online
So
version.
we can supply, if you want, for the workshop. Say we have a folder here with documents that you can feed into the system, and I can, put them somewhere where everyone can get at them, like on the website or something, so that you can download them. If that will help for the demo for everybody to have already a folder of documents to put in there. And we can tell them where to put it on their system so that when they go to do the directories, it's in the right directory. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, so we can provide a directory, yeah, like a remote folder, and people can can put the PDF files inside that directory, and before the online we create the knowledge base and system will use that knowledge base.
And that's fine
Okay.
because in the 10 minutes, the intro to the development section, we can say, here is a folder, put it here in your system, and we'll use that for the inputs.
Okay.
Yeah, that would work fine too. As long as it's the easiest way. Again, because I thought that YouTube video that you had given me was great because I was able to follow through all the way up until my system, I had the wrong directory somewhere and we got in trouble there. But that is a good way to get people interested before. Say, watch this 5-minute video and however you think, but we really need to get it's simple for them to use the system. So I don't know what is our blockers to that to happen, but it seems like there's something blocking us.
Okay. Yeah, well, because Swapnil correctly he said this would be too complex. No, but we can try to do that. I try to talk with Swapnil, Jairam, and also Sabatik, the tech part of the meeting. So we have an online version here. and it's that one. It uses that version is using uh, the Hyperledger Fabric read docs and external API, so it's a lightweight version. We can also connect with them. This is I shared um, the secure shell with Jeram. You already worked on that, and let me show. Uh, where is maybe okay? Is the it's not the top? Okay, return or testing return? Yeah, okay. So just the technical part. Okay, this is the AWS machine. So now the system is working. I don't know where is the script. Jaram used that script, created and or started the script. But the idea is to have maybe two scripts, one for the ingestion step and the other one for the um, I don't know, for the running step. So the second one start the React server service and the Python API service, but the first one ingest and create the knowledge base. We can also use try to use external document sources like I don't know an external folder. So the idea is to work on something like that. We have on yes, this is the idea. We can try and chain with docs. So we have uh, our library provides different document loaders for like web, PDF, or also in cloud directory, social platform, and messaging. Okay, text file. Okay, different document sources. We can try to create um, some folder on AWS. Okay, and
Yeah, in the chat, JRAM suggested a template that would be simple to use. Is that a solution?
just like a template simply use. Okay. I don't understand the question. What does it
Um,
mean?
can we're trying to figure out a way to just get this as simple as possible to demonstrate it. So a lightweight, easy to install. And then JRAM suggested Lightning AI
Okay.
Studio folder. Then they don't need anything to install. And then just like it would be a template. Is that a viable way for the workshop?
Yeah, it means that we should create another page, web page, because we already have a template. The template is that one. It's the our config file. We can extend the current config file, or we can provide remote folder where people can put document remote folder with subdirectories like PDF folder, I know web link folder, text file folder, and people can put the document inside each directory. And when they finish, we can start knowledge base creation step, which is the ingestion step, and after that we can run the system and trying to use with their documents. If you don't want to move off of AWS, give user a single command to push their file to our remote S3 bucket. It's could be nice, but also I don't know if we can share a S3 public bucket like a folder without command. Uh, yeah, the two one, or people can give us documents, and we can put documents inside the
No,
bucket.
that's if that would be the next step if we want to continue
Okay.
the conversation with people. That's not for the, we want this to be as simple as possible for the workshop. So right now, I don't know how to test the system. I don't have any instructions or a YouTube video. So yeah, sharing AWS key is a little risky.
It's risky at the moment. It's not risky, but it's a technical for technical user. I think user should have the like a remote um, folder one where they can put file inside a subdirectories, and we
Okay.
can.
So I didn't mean to interrupt, but so we're running out of time for this meeting, and I'm going to supply that we meet again tomorrow, possibly at the same time. Same link we can use because it's not being used usually. And I'm going to challenge the dev team to each one come up with a solution for the workshop, and then we'll see all the solutions. So if Swapnil, Jacqueline, Tripur, anyone, everyone on the call, JRAM, whoever wants to try. So if there's any way that you could either make a YouTube video or walk us through it tomorrow, because we have to be able to put this out there for the workshop. So if we can't test the system, we might as well cancel the workshop until we
Yeah.
can. So let's see if we can throw an arrow in the dark and see if anybody can come up with a script for the workshop that will get everybody testing the system and involved. It doesn't have to be the way the system's going to work down the road. It just has to be enough so that they can see we're putting in certain information and querying that information or manipulating that information. Is that okay
Yeah.
with everyone?
Yeah, for me it's okay. I think they can we can also continue some chat on Discord with the dev team. Also 5 minutes, no more. 5 minutes, no
Okay.
more. And I'd like also if someone start to test the public um, system, typing the HTTP blah blah blah, and give me the feedback if it works now or not, and we
Well,
can
for me, I
review.
tried it and it said the website wasn't secure.
Okay,
So
in
that's
Google.
usually a certificate on the web browser, but that's probably my system's security.
But yeah, just a question because in that case, maybe it's a default add the prefix like HTTPS.
I'll show you. I'll share my screen real quick. Oh, it worked now. Excellent.
Okay, so because I think it's related to the HTTP HTTPS different. So you can start with the question. Yeah, I think it's work. And
That
also,
works.
we also checked on the Google Chrome on smartphone, and it works too.
Good. So yeah, that works. And again, this is, for the beginning of the presentation, that first part, this is a great demo. Everyone can demo it themselves. We can say, we inputted this information, fiber ledger fabric. You can ask any questions.
Mhm.
So like, do I need to load Python before I start using fabric?
Okay, maybe in the read docs, we yeah, the idea we can also
No,
add
that's not, I
other.
wouldn't have to.
uh,
So maybe it doesn't say in the docs that I have to load Python,
mhm.
which is great. Here's another question. Do I have to load Docker before? Because I know the answer to this one. Oh, I didn't type it. Yes, you have to doctor. So there, so it answered the question, and that's a good. These are good questions to during the demo. So if anyone wants to sign up for that 15-minute demo of user interface, here's just a couple of sample questions you can use to demo it.
Okay.
Again, I would.
Uh,
Is there any way
uh,
we could change the font on the question to be a different color so it stands out?
Yeah, I think we can also improve the format of that part now that we are sure that it works, and also we can also change. We can also have more verbose response because at the moment the prompt asks to be concise, to be the
I
yes,
concise. Yeah, no, I
small,
like concise.
concise, like concise.
Yeah, concise is good. I don't need verbose. I need concise.
Yeah, but yeah, also I know,
For
but
fabric. But
if you
whatever,
ask,
yeah, again, whatever you think.
yeah, yeah. Also, if you ask to the installation commands, maybe it needs to reply with a long answer. So
Oh yeah, this is where Peter was saying if this could be formatted so it looks like steps instead of just one big.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it works great. Yeah, so that part for
Mhm.
the, if I'm going back up in the chat, the intro, what is AQ, and the demo, that part is basically done. So it's just the development
Mhm.
session and the workshop that needs work. And
Yeah,
again, I'm available every morning this week to work on it. So
yeah. Tomorrow we can regroup. I like to start with something that works and add something that works every time. No move forward. Don't move forward if next step doesn't work. So every time add something that works.
that works.
And
So yeah,
okay.
so this stuff is done. Basically, it's just a matter of putting it into a presentation. And then again, no one's stepped up yet to do this part. So please step up to do these. Just put your name after them if you're interested in getting some FaceTime and a meetup. Great for your living resume. And again, the intro to the development session, we'll figure that out once we figure out what the development session looks like. And again, as soon as you get something, we're ready to test it. Just drop it in either the LinkedIn chat or the Discord chat, and let us know how we can be of service.
Okay, so we can shall we regroup tomorrow, and now I can ask some like 4 minutes, not 5 minutes, to Jaram Sapratik Zwopnil on Discord, and so Sapratik on Discord, and we will regroup tomorrow if
Sounds
someone
good.
if you are free, obviously.
Yeah, if everyone's free, I'll be on at 9 o'clock, same link that we used today, just to regroup because we really need to get the second part of this presentation tested and down so that we are awesome next Tuesday.
Okay. Yes. Thank
We
you.
need
Thank
to
you very
make
much to
customers
everyone.
next Tuesday.
Yes. Yes. Sure.
Is there a founders meeting this Wednesday, or is that canceled because of the holiday?
No, it's cancelled. It's
Yeah, that's what I
in the fifth. Is in December the 5th.
Okay, and one of the things that we can do once we get the presentation down, we can send a memo to everyone at the Founders Institute that they can join the workshop if they're interested.
Okay.
That'll get another bunch of people in there too. So once the demo is down, I'm going to start, publicizing it on social media, but I don't want to put it out there if it doesn't work. So let's get
Yeah.
this
Sure.
next couple days. Let's get this working. I'd be very excited. And
Okay.
everybody,
Okay.
thanks for your hard work. And I'm glad everyone is along for the ride. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think this is it. Let me just see. Okay, so there is a document. If you haven't figured out what you want your role to be in the future of this company, there is a survey out there. I'd have to find it and put it in the chat again. I think it's on the LinkedIn page in the chat somewhere. I can probably find it real quick if I'm on a different browser. Hold on just a second. I'll get it for you guys. Hold on, let me just get the survey because I know, see, Jacqueline hadn't had a chance to fill it out yet. But we want everyone to be a part of this. So where is this? Am I not on Google? Oh, I'm not on Google. Hold on 2 seconds. Google Drive, real quick. Yeah, I got it. All right, so I'm going to put it in the chat. If you filled it out already, we have your response. And that's great. If you haven't filled it out, we want you part of the team. As many teammates can come along as want to, because we'll have jobs for everybody. And if you're interested, the Founders Institute talks about how they form companies, and the team members get vested interest. So you kind of, we're valuing your time against ownership in this new company. So if you want to work 40 hours, you would probably get more vested time and interest as opposed to someone who can only apply 10 hours a week to the project. So we want you on board no matter how much time you can give, because we know that like maybe in a month you can give more time, or however it works, but we want you on board. So don't be afraid to fill out that and commit. It is nothing. There's no downside to joining us at this point. It might be too much for you if we need a lot of work out of you, and in that case, the part timers are just as welcome as the full timers. So please fill that out and join the team. Other than that, I'll see everyone tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. If you have any kind of question, also if on that startup, please let us know about
Yes.
about. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Gianluca and dev team and everyone for your hard work. Please, everyone on the call should sign up. I'm going to put it in the chat again. Should sign up for something. Please, please, please. Either just let me know in LinkedIn or let me know on the wiki page. Either way, shoot me an email. Whatever you want to do, we want your participation. So thank you and
Thank you.
have a great week. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
You too. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone.